So good day everyone, my name is Gales Rosales from DE83. So we are going to tackle about computer ethics, cybercrimes, and internet threats. A new type of ethics known as computer ethics has emerged. Computer ethics is concerned with the standards of conduct as they pertain to computers. So the set of accepted rules that regulate the usage of computers is known as computer ethics. Computer ethics, like ethics more generally, is fundamentally a set of philosophical rules or moral principles intended to guide behavior and stop harm. The study of the nature and social effects of computer technology, along with the development and defense of rules for its moral application, is known as computer ethics. The study of computer technology's nature and social effects, along with the development and defense of appropriate rules for its moral use, is known as computer ethics. Information ethics. The branch of ethics that focuses on the relationship between the creation, organization, dissemination, and use of information and the ethical and moral codes governing human conduct in society. Computer ethics issues examples. Computers in the workplace, computer crimes, privacy and anonymity, intellectual property, professional responsibility, and globalization. Computer ethics is divided into four main categories: computer crime, accountability for computer failure, protection of computer property, documents, and software, as well as the confidentiality of the business, its employees, and its clients are among them. The implementation and usage of computing resources ethically is primarily enforced by computer ethics. It outlines steps to take in order to prevent violating copyrights, trademarks, and the improper dissemination of digital content.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Junjun A. Rabi. So this is the Ten Commandments of Computer Ethics. Number 1, thou shalt not use a computer to harm other people. Number 2, thou shalt not interfere with other people's computer work. 3, thou shalt not snoop around in other people's computer files. Number 4, thou shalt not use a computer to steal. Number 5, thou shalt not use a computer to bear false witness. Number 6, thou shalt not copy or use proprietary software for which you have not paid. 7. Thou shalt not use other people's computer resources without authorization or property compensation. Number 8. Thou shalt not appropriate other people's intellectual output. Number 9. Thou shalt think about the social consequences of the program you are writing or the system you are designing. Number 10. Thou shalt always use the computer in ways that ensure consideration and respect for your fellow humans. Etiquette of computer ethics. The convention of politeness recognized on Usenet in mailing lists and email. The most important rule of etiquette is think before you post. Reread and edit your email carefully before you send. Check the spelling and grammar. When you're responding to a news group posting, quote the minimum necessary to give some context to your reply and be careful to attribute the quote to the right person. Only send email to the necessary recipient. Email is permanent and can be saved forever.
James Omelo, I'm going to report about cybercrimes. The definition of cybercrime is new technologies, new criminal opportunities, but few new types of crime. What distinguishes cybercrime from traditional criminal activity? Obviously, one difference is the use of the digital computer, but technology alone is insufficient for any distinction that might exist between different realms of criminal activity. Criminals do not need a computer to commit fraud, traffic in child pornography, and intellectual property, steal an identity, or violate someone's privacy. All those activities existed before the cyber prefix became ubiquitous. Cybercrime, especially involving the internet, represents an extension of existing criminal behavior along some novel illegal activities. Most cybercrime is an attack on information about individuals, corporations, or governments. Although the attacks do not take place on a physical body, They do take place on the personal or corporate virtual body, which is the set of information attributes that define people and institutions on the internet. In other words, in the digital age, our virtual identities are essential elements of everyday life. We are a bundle of numbers and identifiers in multiple computer databases owned by governments and corporations. Cybercrime highlights the centrality of network computers in our lives, as well as fragility of such seemingly solid facts as individual identity.
Good day everyone. I am Rico Reyes. So this is the type of cybercrimes. Identity theft and invasion of privacy. Cybercrimes affect both a virtual and a real body, but the effects upon each are different. This phenomenon is clearest in the case of identity theft in the United States. For example, individuals do not have an official identity card, but a social security number that has a long served as the de facto identification number. Taxes are collected on the basis of each citizen's social security number, and many private institutions use the number to keep track of their employees, students, and patients. Access to an individual's social security number affords to the opportunity to gather all the documents related that person's citizenship to steal his identity. Another example is stealing bank account, stealing credit card information, stealing mail that contains sensitive information. Why they commit this crime? Because it easy money. They take out loans, make purchase using another people's credit cards, steal another person's tax return, open and make purchase on multiple line of a credit but no payments. Second is internet fraud, crime in which the perpetrator develops a scheme using one or more elements of the internet to deprive a person of property or any interest, states, or rights by a false representation of a matter of fact, whether by providing misleading information or by concealment of informations. Internet fraud may include spam, scams, spyware, identity theft, phishing, or internet banking fraud. Spam is terms used to describe electronic junk mails, used to describe message sent to your email account or mobile phone. File sharing and privacy. File sharing is the practice of sharing computer data or space in a network or the internet. Illegal file sharing is similar to internet privacy terms, disturbing illegal copies of certain files and the products to another in a network. Files can be shared with ease at times outside of a network. An example would be a person being able to mail a diskette with a file attached, or by simply handing the copy to other buyers. As the file is shared with the other party, the person now has a freedom to manipulate and or as well trade the file with others. Third is child pornography. It refers to any representation, whether visual, audio, or written combination thereof by electronic, mechanical, digital, optical, magnetic, or any means of child engaged or involved in real simulated explicit sexual activities. Child pornography is considered to be any depiction of a minor or an individual who appears to be a minor who is engaged in sexual or sexually related conduct. This includes pictures, videos, computers, generated content, even altering an image or video so it appears to be a minor can be considered child pornography. Fourth is hacking. Is an attempt to exploit a computer system or private network inside a computer. Simplify put, it is the unauthorized access to or control over computer network security system for some illicit purpose. And what do hackers want? Unfortunately, some attackers want to steal your data just to prove that they are not motivated by monetary gain, access to free resources, or the ability to steal your users' identities. They simply want to prove that themselves and their hacker friends, perhaps that they can break past your defense. Last is computer virus. A computer virus is a type of malicious software or malware that spreads between computers and causes damage to data and the softwares. Computer virus aim to disrupt system, cause major operational issues, and result is data loss and leakage. A key things to know about computers virus is that they are designed to spread across programs and systems. Computer virus is typically attached to an executable host files, which result in their viral codes executing when a file is opened. The codes spread from the documents of software is attached to a via network, drive, file sharing programs, or infected email achievements.
Good day, I'm Kit Romeric Diracho and I'm going to discuss internet threats. Definition: a cyber or cybersecurity threat is a malicious act that seeks to damage data, steal data, or disrupt digital life in general. Cyber threats include computer viruses, data breaches, denial of service or DOS attacks, and other attack vectors. Cyber threats also refer to the possibility of a successful cyber attack that aims to gain unauthorized access, damage, disrupt, or steal an information technology asset, computer network, intellectual property, or any other form of sensitive data. Cyber threats can come from within an organization by trusted users or from remote location by unknown parties. There are 7 types of internet threats. First is malware. Malware is malicious software such as spyware, ransomware, viruses, and worms. Malware is activated when a user clicks on a malicious link or attachment, which leads to installing dangerous software. Cisco reports that malware, once activated, can block access to network components or ransomware, install additional harmful software, covertly obtain information by transmitting data from the hard drive or spyware, disrupt individual parts, making the system inoperable. The second type of internet threats is Emotet. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency or CISA described Emotet as an advanced modular banking Trojan that primarily functions as a downloader or dropper of other banking Trojans. Emotet continues to be among the most costly and destructive malware. 3. SQL injection. A structured query language or SQL injection is a type of cyber attack that results from inserting malicious code into a server that uses SQL. When infected, the server releases information. Submitting a malicious code can be as simple as entering into vulnerable website search bar. Number 4, denial of service. Denial of service or DOS is a type of cyber attack that floods a computer or network so it can't be respond to request. A distributed DOS or DDoS does the same thing, but the attack originated from a computer network. Cyber attackers often use a flood attack to disrupt the handshake process and carry out a DOS. Several other techniques may be used, and some cyber attackers use the time that a network is disabled to launch other attacks. A botnet is a type of DDoS in which millions of systems can be infected with malware and controlled by a hacker. According to Jeff Milnick of Netrex, an information technology security software company, a botnet, sometimes called zombie systems, target and overwhelm a target's processing capabilities. Botnets are in different geographic location and hard to trace. The fifth one is phishing. Phishing attack use fake communication such as an email to trick the receiver into opening it and carrying out the instruction inside, such as providing a credit card number. The goal is to steal sensitive data like credit card and login information, or to install malware on the victim's machine. Number 6 is password attacks. With the right password, a cyber attacker has to access to a wealth of information. Social engineering is a type of password attack that data insider defines as a strategy cyber attacker use that relies heavily on human interaction and often involves tricking people into breaking standard security practices. Other types of password attacks include accessing a password database or outright guessing. The last type of internet threats is man in the middle. A man in the middle or MITM attack occurs when hackers insert themselves into a two-party transaction. After interrupting the traffic, they can filter and steal data. According to Cisco, MITM attacks often occur when a visitor uses an unsecured public Wi-Fi network. Attacker insert themselves between the visitor and the network, and then use malware to install software and use data maliciously. And that's all. Thank you.